online, on FM and DAB Digital. This is UWS News.
Hello and welcome to UWS News. It's 3 o'clock. I'm Sarah Livingston. Our top story. It's understood Britain and China will work on a possible evacuation of UK citizens from the city worst affected by coronavirus. 106 people are now known to have died from the outbreak. In order to stop the spread of the virus, scientists all over the world are trying to create a new vaccine. Our reporter Alice Liana Gali has been following this story and joins us in the studio. Welcome, Alice.
Thank you very much for having me.
What can you tell us about the vaccination system in the UK?
As you know, vaccinations are voluntary in some countries and mandatory in others. Here in the UK, the law requires every school-age children to be vaccinated. Plus, after the age of 16, the children are legally allowed to immunization without parental consent. These norms are usually set in place to reduce the risk of spreading in public places, and that's why children must be vaccinated till they attend school.
And why is it so important to be vaccinated?
As I said before, vaccines are important not just for ourselves, but it's an action that affects the entire community. About that, I talked to the nurse Sherry Livingston that echoed the impact of vaccines.
The main reason to get vaccinated is to prevent spread of infection. Not only protect yourself, but protect others. Other people who may not be able to get vaccinated because of compromised immune systems. It also protects them if everyone is vaccinated.
Going back to the coronavirus, can you tell us anything about the progress of the development of that vaccine?
Of course, Sarah. At the moment, scientists from all over the world are working to create a new vaccine. However, it's not said they will be able to do it before it's too late. According to Professor David Fishman of University of Toronto, the virus is expected to keep spreading till the summer.
Thanks for joining us, Alice. Now on to other news. The UK has announced a global talent visa to begin next month. The visa is for scientists and researchers in an attempt to attract and keep talent in the UK. Geology researcher Derek Leung at University of Edinburgh welcomes the new visa. He says it will help researchers like him to stay in the UK.
Being an international student, getting a visa can be quite uncertain and also a bit daunting, especially because we don't know what will happen after our visa expires, whether or not we can get it renewed again. So having this global talent visa is really a big deal for people who can continue doing what they love to do every day.
However, Nicola Sturgeon is proposing her own visa scheme and says the UK-wide approach won't work for Scotland because immigration abilities and funding will be cut across the country. The US says it's disappointed with the UK's decision to allow Huawei to build its 5G network. America is concerned the equipment will be used to steal secrets and is suspicious about just how closely the firm is linked to Chinese government. But ministers are putting restrictions on the company, saying it will be banned from certain locations, including nuclear sites. The UK's first national security advisor, Lord Ricketts, thinks a diverse system will work.
So you have different suppliers all in the network, that makes it more resilient. And if you confine Huawei to carefully selected parts of the system, I trust the experts that is possible to do without risk.
Ryanair is warning there could be job cuts among its pilots. The airline says it's because of the date of the delivery of its new Boeing 737 MAX planes, now pushed back to the autumn. The fleet's been grounded after separate air crashes in Indonesia and Ethiopia killed 346 people. Officials in the U.S. say the pilot of the helicopter carrying Kobe Bryant was battling thick cloud at the time of the crash. The former basketball star and his daughter were killed in California on Sunday, along with 7 others. The National Transportation Safety Board has revealed visibility was so poor that police choppers had been grounded.
The pilot advised they were climbing to avoid a cloud layer. When ATC asked what the pilot planned to do, there was no reply. Radar data indicates the helicopter climbed to 2,300 feet and then began a left descending turn.
Now on to the weather. For today, some showers with snow on high ground and a high of 7 degrees. Tonight, a windy evening with frequent showers, mainly rain, and snow on high ground, a low of 3 degrees. And tomorrow is looking bright with showers, mild and windy with a high of 9 degrees. And that's all for now. I'm Sarah Livingston. I'll be back with more in an hour.